So we're up here at Waterworks in Hartsville, Alabama today. I'm here with Kelly. Hey, Kelly, what do y'all do up here?
So Waterworks is a retired drinking water treatment facility turned into an environmental education center, and we host field trips and other workshops to teach people about the environment.
Look at this place. So this is their landscaping that we're about to replace. Luke and I will probably be out here most of the day pulling out a lot of this landscaping. This is a salvia from the Chihuahuan deserts. So that one is kind of native. We're gonna leave a couple of those, but these Chinese shrubs we'll be ripping out. We're gonna rip out this one. We'll leave the black-eyed Susans, and we're gonna rip out all of this stuff right here to start over from scratch. All right, so we ripped out all the dead bushes, and now we're gonna go for these live ones. Came out of the ground pretty easy. And so we're gonna keep this Rudbeckia here. We gotta pull these out, these Chinese, I don't even know what they're called. Here's a tag. Let's see. Goucher, I don't know. Not native. Yeah, there we go. Whatever this was. Definitely some Asian species. All right, so Luke's putting the strap around this non-native that we're gonna replace with some natives. Look at their solar panel parking too, by the way. That's how solar panels should be done. Is it gonna come? Is it? Yep. There she goes. This is one I think we're going to try to transplant. We didn't want to get rid of all these shrubs because they are kind of native. They're native to the US anyways. And these shrubs look better. All plants look better when you plant them in groups of 3 and in odd numbers. And so we're going to try to transplant this one right back here. If it doesn't survive by like next week, we'll just pull it out. But got the A.M. Leonard's shovel. This thing's bomb proof. And oh dang, that's so salt. Fill in some of our holes. Some of that's going to live, some of that's not. We'll trim it up too, probably. We're going to water it good, but a lot of the root ball came up, so I'm hoping that one survives. We'll see what it's really made of. If it lives in the Chihuahuan desert, then it should survive some Alabama heat. All right, a little trimming, and I think that area will kind of fill in pretty nice there. We'll see. All right, now for the big boy. This one we really want gone because we want this corner to kind of be the focal point of our native wildflowers. You usually want shorter stuff towards the front, and you kind of want a feathered effect, like a stair-stepping towards the back. So shrubs should usually be right there, and you should put shorter stuff around the front and then a little bit taller wildflowers halfway back. So that's going to be our strategy. The coreopsis is going to go in this corner right here to fill in this front of this corner. Then we're going to start putting some taller mountain mints and stuff towards the back. that Porter's goldenrod, S1G1, rarest goldenrod in the world, it's going right here. And what's awesome is the first time it was seen in 160 years was in Hartselle. So we're in Hartselle now. This one has a true connection to Hartselle and where we're at. Rarest plant maybe in Alabama, and definitely one that should be here. And so that's gonna be a kind of a specimen plant that we're gonna put probably in this corner right here and let it thrive so kids can get up close and see it. They can talk about it, tell the story about how Porter's goldenrod was rediscovered for the state of Alabama. So that'll be cool. And there's Luke doing all the work as usual, and I'm over here filming, doing his job. So anyways, we're about to swap, and he's gonna get behind the camera. So we're planting this. This is one that Jake grew from seeds that he got from me. The tag faded. Here's a little piece of advice: if you're writing tags for plants you're growing, use the markers that do not fade, the fade-resistant markers, because Jake didn't. And now we have to guess. I'm pretty sure this is great blue lobelia, which is blue cardinal flower. A lot of people are familiar with red cardinal flower, but pretty sure this is the blue one. We got it spaced out in this corner right here to where it's real symmetrical and lined up in rows. We've got it laid out. Now we're going to go through and start planting all of these, and we will have a bunch of leftovers. A lot of these are younger, and we're going to plant these out back in their, what do y'all call that area?
A wetland cell.
In their wetland cell that used to be what it used to be.
Part of the water treatment facility.
Yeah, so it's like a big pond that's filled in with, it's a wetland now, so it's pretty cool. But we're going to get to planting these. We're planting these great blue lobelias, and when they put this mulch down, I guess it's like 8 inches thick, this pine bark. Thankfully, potting soil is mostly pine bark in most cases, so we're gonna plant this in the pine bark. We're gonna make sure the bottom tap root's almost there to the soil, but I think they should be fine. We'll see. These things are pretty root bound and stressed anyway, so as long as they get watered, I think they'll be okay. We just went and bought them a water hose to hopefully kind of match the colors on the wall a little bit. It's gonna be important to have these watered for the next few days because a lot of these are root bound. So these are grown by Jake. Me and Jake have been collecting seeds for the past 3 or 4 years, and Jake grew these. A lot of them had become root bound in his backyard, and so he's the one who gave us all these. I'm gonna go dig up some plants from my plantings to move here as well. Then we're gonna go buy some from Recreative Natives. But I wanna wet all this down right now because I wanna slam my drill into one of the rarest goldenrods in the world and squish it. We're trying to wet it down so these roots don't dry out and there's a lot of moisture on them as we're putting them into the ground, and then we're going to just water them again and make sure they stay alive. You can see these things have already starting to wilt over a little bit, so it's important to keep them wet. All right, we finished what we're going to plant today. This is the stuff we've got left over. We got slender mountain mint that we haven't planted. What we think is great blue lobelia. I'm 98% certain on that. Jake's the one who grew it. This is all clustered, or not clustered. This is all a coreopsis that came from the Scott Savannah. I don't know the exact species. There's a lot of opinions on what it is, but it's a weird one. It's a weird one. But these are the plants right there. Just tiny little guys right now. But we planted the bigger ones down here on this end. That's the shrubby St. John's wort there at the back, right underneath the sign. This is more of that coreopsis. We planted the larger ones, and there's the small ones. So we did like a triangle shape, just the corner. This is like a diamond shape clustered mountain mint, which is really, really fragrant. And so we wanted it here so kids can get up close and smell it. We wanted that coreopsis there because it grows like a mat in the corner. It's really low growing and showy. And then this is the Porter's goldenrod. So S1G1, rarest goldenrod in Alabama, maybe the world. But anyways, that's what we got planted for today. And we'll come back next week after we make a trip to Recreative Natives or another native nursery and pick up some more plants for this planting. All right, so we're down here in Cropwell, Alabama at Recreative Natives, and we're pulling up to Jessica's place now. Jessica used to be a customer at our nursery when we owned it. Look at her native plantings out here. She used to come buy native plants from us, and since that was back in 2020, 2021, since then she started Recreative Natives, and man, well, you'll see here in a second what it's grown into. But it was a backyard nursery like mine, and now it's a lot more than that. So we're gonna check out what she has and pick up some plants for waterworks. So we're down here at Recreative Natives in Cropwell, Alabama. Last time I was here, she just had these shelves and maybe that greenhouse. Now she has all of this, those greenhouses, all this. She's got some shade area up there, tons of trees, tons of different wildflowers. I think she says she has over 300 species here now. This is what we ended up with. We've got some smooth blue aster, some sky blue aster, some garden phlox, some fall phlox, summer phlox. Got some hawthorns. These are green hawthorns that I seed collected off of Allen's place in Morgan County, and the trees were loaded with fruit. Tons of they flower really good too. One of my favorite native shrubs that's like really underappreciated. This is that that's the sky blue aster. We got some Joe Pye. This is the little Joe. We wanted some host species, so we have golden Alexander. We got some swamp milkweeds here. We've got some little blue stem. There's a host plant for skippers. This is a host plant for monarchs, obviously. This one is black swallowtails, and I think that's what we're gonna go with today, but check this out. Just incredible. Look at that. She's got some ferns. So Jessica doesn't want to be on camera. She's right there. She used to be one of our customers when we had a nursery in our backyard. And now she has outdone us. She's growing 16 to 19,000 plants a year. And super proud of her and what she's been able to accomplish down here. So if you're ever near Pell City, come check her out right here on the lake. Beautiful. Back here at Waterworks this morning, and we got a bunch of 1-gallon pots from Recreative Natives that we're gonna start laying out and figuring out where they're gonna go. All right, so the Coreopsis we got here in the corner looks good. The mints look good. The Porter's goldenrod's looking good. We're trying to think of kids, and we got this golden Alexander here at the front, and that is gonna attract black swallowtail caterpillars. And we want to put these things in a position where kids can get up and see those host plants acting as host plants. So we want those here at the front. Behind it, we've got some clumps of little blue stem, which is the state native grass of Alabama now. We got, I think that's sweet Joe Pye weed back there. Over here, we've got swamp milkweed, another host plant. All right. I took this rock wall to the shin. Look at that. So we're putting our blood, a lot of sweat, hopefully no tears, into this planting. Look, we got some asters. Aster, barely knew her. Sky blue aster. We got some little blue stem, golden Alexander. We got some garden phlox, aka fall phlox. We've got some little Joe Pye weed. We got summer phlox right here in a grouping. We'll probably spread out a little bit. We're trying to be as symmetrical as possible. It's really bugging me we have 3 of these and 5 of those. But we got Stokes aster up here. This is one of my all-time favorites. This will add a lot of color over here. And again, we got coreopsis in this corner. We got great blue lobelia in this corner. We got our swamp milkweed. And I'm thinking this is gonna really fill this place out. Pretty excited. We're about to get this put in the ground. The work is about to start, Luke. One thing we're struggling with is right here on this side, there's a lot of mulch. There's like 6 inches of mulch that we gotta plant through. So, but hopefully it's not as bad over here. These are doing good though, in coreopsis. Surprised, because these things were tiny when we started planting them. All right, so Luke and I were talking. Of course, plane flies over. All right, I think we're gonna move. We're talking, I think instead of putting this right here in the center, I think we're gonna move that clump, marry it right up next to this. That way, instead of having 2 small gaps, I'd go a little closer, Luke, even like boom.
Here?
Yeah, there. And then move that back one. All right, yeah, am I right for that? I'm right for that right there. That's perfect. And then,
So much room for activity.
all right, and see, look. And now we got more room right there to add another grouping of plants in the future. Instead of just taking up all that space with 3 plants in the middle, that allows us to fill in the future. So I think we're gonna do the same over here with these 5 phloxes. I think we're gonna move those forward. This needs to come up.
Pull these up?
Yeah, I would pull those up, I think. Maybe even like up here, Luke. See this gap?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And then, yeah. And then, boom. I like that.
Me too. And then you really got some room. You got some room here and you got some room here.
That allows us to fill in, and it also allows some trails through there to water. So I'm thinking I'm liking that a lot. We'll see. All right, we picked the perfect day for this because it's really overcast, but we're finished. We just got done planting all 30 of those pots. This is what we have left over. We have a bunch of slender mountain mint, some clustered mountain mint, and some great blue lobelia left over that we're probably gonna come back and plant in their wetlands out back. And we might make that a whole separate video, honestly, because there's a lot to see back there. But like I said, coreopsis in this corner. These plants were tiny when we planted them. Every single one of them was about like that. And they're really filling in. Stokes aster, summer phlox. Back there we got our 3 swamp milkweeds, host plant for monarchs. We've got our Joe Pye, or our St. John's wort. That one's doing really good. These are struggling, but they're still alive. Look at that green at the bottom. So they're gonna come back. So they look like they're struggling because they're planted in the summer, but they're gonna come back and they're gonna fill in this area. This area will be solid shrubs of shrubby St. John's wort. It'll look like that dragonfly sitting on top of it. Sweet Joe. Then we got our state native grass of Alabama, little blue stem, garden phlox, golden Alexander, blue asters. And I'm pretty proud of this. Our clustered mountain mint. We got our Porter's goldenrod G1, S1 G1. This will look better next year as well. This is the rarest goldenrod in the world, probably. And it's found here in Hartselle, so that's an ode to where we're at. That's the rarest plant in rarest goldenrod in Alabama. Maybe one of the rarest plants in Alabama, if not the rarest. And we got it up here in our landscaping, so kids will be able to come up here and see this. And some Boy Scout troops already have. We'll show that here in the video, but look at this. Pretty happy with this. Hopefully they're pretty happy with this. It's young right now. In the coming years, we'll come back and make some more videos on how this is turning out. And we're probably gonna add some more plants to it because we have some space available to do so. Right now it's kind of acting as a walkway through it, which is pretty nice. But anyways, Luke's over here doing all the work, and I'm the one behind the camera. So all right, so we finished up for today. We got a green hawthorn we're gonna leave here and let them figure out where they want to plant it. But the beds are done for the most part. We just got to come back. We got all this these leftovers over here. We're gonna come back and probably plant in their swamp wetland out back. But looking good. We got everything watered and just waiting for it to fill in now. And when it fills in, it's gonna look really good. About 3 years from now, probably next year it's gonna look good. 2 years from now, it's gonna look really good.